Hey everybody, what are you guys doing? My name is Buddy Blackford, and today in After Effects CS6 I want to go over the Precompose options. So there's two different options that you can select when you decide to precompose a layer. For example, if I go to precompose this layer, we've got these two options here, and I'm going to go over what these mean because these little captions here that are underneath that describe it don't really give you a good idea of what's going on, so I'm going to have to show you so you know what is happening. So I'm going to show you what I did real quick because different things are affected by the different precomp options. So if I look at this layer here and I press U to bring up everything I've keyframed, I've got a position move, I've got a mask that I just put in there, and I increased the or decreased the scale. So this is just a simple animation, and I just threw these in here randomly. I didn't even care how this mask was moving as long as there was just a mask in there. And then I also added just a fast blur in there just so I could have an effect on there, so when I precompose you could see what happens when there's an effect. And then I've got this other layer above it, which is the same exact thing, just duplicated. So these two are the exact same. Now what I'm going to do is I want to end up precomposing this layer so I can fix some problems that I might be having rendering. So sometimes you might render and something isn't looking quite right, and you're like, what is going on? And you figure out what layer it's screwing up on. So one of the ways you can try to fix this, because it's usually a program error and not user error when this happens, when you're rendering and everything looks nice but it renders out crappily, is to precompose the layer. And there's two options you get, which I'll show you again. So you can just right click on the layer and go to precompose, or you can come up to layer and come down here to precompose, and you can see that Control Shift C is the hotkey. So let's precompose this. And when you only precompose one layer, you have these two options available for you. Leave all attributes in text, which my main composition is called text. So whatever the name of your main composition that your layer is in is going to be right here. Or move all attributes into the new composition. 9 times out of 10 I use the move all attributes into the composition, but the leave all attributes in text also has its uses. So let's view those. So let's go to move all attributes into the new composition first and see what that happens. And I'm going to name my new composition move, and my other one I'm just going to name leave. So hit OK. Now what it's done is created a new composition, and if I open this up, we've got our layer in there. Now if I press U, then I can show everything that I have keyframed, and my mask path, position, and scale have been moved into the new composition, as well as my effect that I have up here. So there we go, and you can see that. Now if I go back into my main comp here, and I press U to reveal my properties that have been keyframed, I pressed U right there, and nothing is showing up. I can twirl down, and I don't have any of the properties on the actual composition now. They're all inside of the composition. Now let's this is a duplicated layer, which is the exact same thing. So I am going to turn this layer on, and I'll show you that it's the same thing. See? And we have our effect up there. So now when I precompose it, I'm going to choose the other option. So I'll bring this down here so you can see it better. And I'm going to select leave all attributes in text and hit OK. Now it has created a new composition again for us. I'll open it up real quick, and this is what it looks like now. And within this composition, nothing is happening anymore. See? There we go. And if I press U to reveal my keyframe properties, they're not there. I try to open this up and nothing is there. My mask isn't there anymore. If I click on it, you can see that the effect is not there and that the position and scale keyframes aren't there. So let me go back into my main composition here. If I press U, you can see that all the properties are now on the precomposed layer. See, as we can see here. And that's the main difference. My effect is up there. Now, say some of your keyframe properties weren't working that well and you didn't really want to change anything else or whatever, try one of these two to just pre-compose the layer, and that may possibly fix some of your render problems. So I mean, that's all I have to say about this. It's only 2 options, so not a lot extra to say about it, but just like a troubleshooting tip there for you guys to figure out what's going on with your renders. So thanks for watching this one. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Have a good one, everybody.